Hello, students. Today we will read the second stanza of the poem, A Thing of Beauty. So I'm going to read the stanza. Please stay with me. Therefore, on every morrow are we reading a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and old darkened ways made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. So, coming to the paraphrasing of this stanza, I would like to tell you the meanings of some of the difficult words which came in this stanza. Please pay attention. Morrow. What is the meaning of the word morrow? Morrow is a contracted form for tomorrow. Morrow means morning, next day, tomorrow. Then the word is wreathing. Wreathing. Wreathing means weaving into a wreath. In Hindi, it's called guthna. We may see there are certain flower bands of circular shape which are often offered as a tribute in funerals and coffins. कभी कभी हम श्रद्धांजलि देते हैं तो सर्कुलर बैंड्स बनाए होते हैं, उसे कहते हैं रीथ. बैंड, नैरो स्ट्रिप, पट्टी को बैंड बोला जाता है. देन वर्ड स्पाइट मीन्स मैलिस, किससे द्वेष करना. डिस्पॉन्डेंस मीन्स निराशा, डिसअपॉइंटमेंट. इनह्यूमन, अमानवीय, अगेंस्ट ह्यूमन वैल्यूज. डर्थ, शॉर्टेज, स्कारसिटी, कमी. नोबल, नोबल मीन्स लोफ्टी, ग्रेट, उच्च कोटि का. ग्लूमी, सैड. डार्केंड, डार्केंड एज यू नो एविल, अशुभ. स्पाइट ऑफ ऑल, द फ्रेज मीन्स इन सबके बावजूद, इन स्पाइट ऑफ ऑल. Then pall. Pall is actually a type of cloud in the sky, but here in the context, it means a covering of sadness and gloominess. एक आवरण, दुख का एक आवरण. Spirits means inner souls, अंतरात्मा. Now, let me give you the paraphrasing. So here in these lines, the poet says that at every moment, our desire to live further is only because we encircle ourselves with our love towards the beautiful things present around us. As we get surrounded and wrapped up in the beautiful flowery band, we get a reason to live further. It is only because of the presence of all these beautiful things around us, beautiful gifts around us, that we feel an impetus to continue with the life. हमें जीने का उत्साह मिलता है वो तमाम सुंदर चीज़ें अपने चारों ओर देख के. The things could be the beautiful gifts of nature, or it could be some beautiful actions and deeds which are happening around us. A mother cuddling to a baby, a person helping other person, the beautiful gesture of a friend, the affectionate behavior of people around us, the helping nature of people around us, or any kind of nice and beautiful thing present around us. That is a thing of beauty, and it will remain as a joy forever in our life. So without beauty, without all these beautiful things present around us, the earth is full of gloom and sadness. There is cruelty all around and lack of good-natured, humble people. For example, if these beautiful things are not present around us, then what will be left is only the cruel and bad side of the world. Because the world is also full of so many nasty and bad things. So many bad people, cunning people, manipulative people, calculative people, selfish people. There is so much sadness, so much misery, so much disease, death, crimes, greed, selfishness. All these things are prevailing around us. But simultaneously, there are some beautiful things also, which are making this life worth living. So there is nothing else to feel happy about other than the beautiful creations on the earth. So we must be thankful to all those beautiful things which are taking place around us. So it is this beauty, the creation of the Almighty, the creation of God, which removes the sadness and darkness from our mind and from our inner soul. It is this beauty which gives us inner peace, satisfaction, and happiness. So every next day, we are weaving a flowery wreath to bind us to the earth. There is disappointment and dejection all around. Very few have a noble heart. Sad days, evil and unhealthy ways dominate our lives. In spite of all these things, some beautiful thing removes the cover of sad feelings from our hearts. So the beauty of natural objects takes away the gloom from our sad hearts. So this is the paraphrasing of the second stanza. Now let me come to the final stanza of the poem. Please listen very carefully. The paraphrasing. Such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make gainst the hot season. The mid forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink, pouring unto us from the heavens' brink. So let me explain you the meaning of some of the words like sprouting. Sprouting means to develop gradually. जैसे कोई प्लांट हम लगा देते हैं वो धीरे धीरे ग्रो करता है सीडलिंग बन के, तो उसे स्प्राउटिंग बोलते हैं. इसका मतलब प्रोड्यूसिंग या डेवलपिंग. बून मीन्स कोई वरदान या ब्लेसिंग. डैफोडिल्स आर फ्लावर्स, डैफोडिल के जो फूल होते हैं. ग्रीन वर्ल्ड, ग्रीन वर्ल्ड मीन्स एक्चुअली world of green plants and trees. Clear, transparent, पता ही है क्लियर का मतलब. रिल्स, रिल्स का मतलब है छोटी छोटी नदियां, राइवुलेट्स. स्मॉल स्ट्रीम्स. कॉवर्ट, कॉवर्ट मतलब होता है हिडन, कंसील्ड, नॉट ओपन. शेल्टर ऑफ बुशेस. मिड, इन द मिडल. ब्रेक, BRAK, ब्रेक मीन्स थिकेट, झाड़ी, झाड़ी को ब्रेक कहते हैं. रिच और ग्रैंड, शानदार. स्प्रिंकलिंग मीन्स स्कैटर्ड, बिखरे हुए. फेयर मीन्स ब्यूटिफुल, सुंदर. मस्क रोज मीन्स रोज. ब्लूम्स, फ्लावरिंग, खिलता है. ग्रैंडियर, ग्रैंडियर मीन्स मैग्निफिसेंस या वैभव. डूम्स, ऑन द डूम्स डे, क़यामत के दिन को डूम्स डे कहते हैं. माइटी, शक्तिशाली, पावरफुल. डेड पर्सन्स, डेड मीन्स डेड पर्सन्स. टेल्स, स्टोरीज. पोरिंग अनटू मतलब टू पोर समथिंग, उड़ेलना. हेवंस मीन्स ऑफ पैराडाइज, स्वर्ग का जो होता है हेवंस. ब्रिंक इज किनारा या कॉर्नर. So now I come to the explanation. So the poet names some of the things whose beauty is eternal. There are certain things around us whose beauty is eternal, means whose beauty remains forever, like the sun, the moon, the greenery of trees, the forests, whose shade is a boon for creatures like the sheep to rest under it. So many animals are taking rest under the shade of under the trees, in the shade of the foliage, the canopy of all these trees. So the poet is trying to tell us that the various flowers like daffodils make the earth very green and lively. And there are so many rivers which are gifted to us by God. Their cool and clear waters provide so much solace and relief to the soul, provide so much pleasure in summers. The thick green bushes of forest fern, wherein beautiful and fragrant musk roses bloom. The poet also says that other than the natural creations, other than the natural beautiful things around us, there are certain other type of beautiful things like the stories of brave men who have sacrificed their lives for our country. Their stories are so much inspiring for generations to come. So these stories are also very beautiful because these stories touches our soul. These stories give us some inspiration to live a courageous life. They give us courage. They give us motivation, inspiration. So in a way, these stories are also very beautiful. Again, the last lines also suggested that the beautiful things which are present around us, which are like a joy for us, a matter of happiness and satisfaction for us, they are like nectar for us. They are like elixir for us. एक अमृत की तरह हैं हमारे लिए. They are like ambrosia. They are God's gift to us, which help us to live further on this earth. These immortal things are so priceless, so precious for us that they give our life a meaning and help us in living our lives very happily. So all these beautiful things of nature are a blessing for humanity. They are a boon for humanity. एक वरदान है ये मानवता के लिए. The sun, the moon, old and young trees, they provide a shady shelter to us. It is a boon for simple sheep. Sheep means all the animals which take rest under the trees. Actually, all the cattle, all the deers, maybe other type of animals, monkeys. So sheep represent all the, kingdom of those animals. Daffodil flowers are blooming around the green surroundings. The blooming daffodils are a wonderful sight to behold. As we know, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Famous saying goes like that. Small streams, small rivers with transparent water make a cooling shelter of thickets. They protect themselves from the hot season. All the animals in the forest and all the human beings, they protect themselves from the hot season by taking a bath in these rivers. By staying near these rivers, they protect themselves. Brakes are growing in the middle of the forest. झाड़ियाँ, ब्रेक्स में झाड़ियाँ जंगलों में जो उगती हैं, बड़ा खूबसूरत दृश्य लगता है वो भी. So they have been made more beautiful and grand by a sprinkling of blooming musk roses. And all this vegetation in the forest, they become even more beautiful when they are interspersed. They are embedded with beautiful flowers like rose and daffodils, and so many flowers are there in the forest. And in fact, these flowers decorate these breaks. So this magnificence and beauty surpasses grandeur of the domes that we have imagined for our mighty dead forefathers. This beauty excels any other, as we have heard or read in our lovely tales. The beauty of nature sprouts from a heavenly fountain. It pours into our hearts heavenly bliss of nature, which is like immortal nectar. So ये कह रहे हैं पोएट कि जैसे पूरी जो ये कायनात है, जो पूरी सृष्टि है, इसका जो पूरा वैभव है, इसका जो पूरा ग्रैंडियर है, ये ग्रैंडियर पूरा जैसा कि हम कभी कभी अपने जो कुछ लोग मर जाते हैं उनके लिए हम कल्पना करते हैं कि वो कहाँ गए होंगे, कौन से वर्ल्ड में गए होंगे, तो हम उसको इमेजिन करते हैं अपने मन में। तो उस इमेजिनेशन से में जो दुनिया हम बनाते हैं, उस दुनिया से भी ज़्यादा ये कायनात की खूबसूरती है। हमारी सारी खूबसूरत कहानियों में जो हमने पढ़ी और सुनी है, स्वर्ग के किनारे से जो अमरता का पेज से एलिक्सिर कहते हैं, जो अमृत कहते हैं, या एलिक्सिर एम्ब्रोसिया कहते हैं, वो एक अनंत फुव्वारे से फूटते हुए जैसे हमारे अंदर प्रवेश कर रहा है, वो सारा ग्रैंडियर। So the poem has very deeper meanings. You need to understand by visualizing the things, by imagining the things. It is not simply just the words which say something to us. You need to just go beyond the written words. हमें उसके बारे में कल्पनाएं करनी पड़ेंगी, वो क्या बोल रहा है पोएट। ठीक है, so this is all about the poem. Maybe I hope I have explained you it. And if you face any difficulties still, you may send a message to me in WhatsApp. I'll further clarify the things. Please revise this poem. So I'll meet you in my next video. Take care. Bye.